My name is Paul Morgan. I own Net Audio in Wichita Falls, Texas. I've been in the industry now for 20 years. I've had my own business for roughly 15 years, and we've been in our current location now for a little over 10 years. We have a traditional retail location, but we also are very active with our online business where we build and ship products to online customers, but also to retailers. My biggest challenges haven't just been in the past couple years, but just growing and learning in general. My experience and background was installation, just like a lot of business owners in our industry. I came from the Bay, worked my way up, and have had to learn how to wear multiple hats. I may be dealing with tech support for our online customer. I may be on the sales floor doing sales. I may be building our website and answering emails. So just learning to manage employees, installations and projects at the same time. So taking on bigger projects and being able to manage the aspects of inventory and supplies and time management while running a business. So that's been a real challenge over the past, especially the past couple of years. Ever since COVID, we've had a big growth, and it's been very hard for us to keep up with the demand on both sides of online versus our local sales. As an employer, as a technician, my customers and employees will tell you I'm very direct and honest, which I feel like is something that my customers either love or you hate. But the customers who love that, love it, and they love the fact that I'm not a salesman. I'm not going to push something on you. You come to me with a problem, I'm going to give you a solution, and we're going to work our way towards a common goal. And so our customers love the fact that I'm very direct. I don't sugarcoat something if we have a problem. That's something that I teach to my employees is don't come to me, don't come to a customer with an issue until you have a solution already. So if it happens in the Bay, if something gets damaged, we don't call them until a replacement has been ordered or taken care of. If a product isn't going to work or is bad, then we come to them after we already have a solution and a timeline. So that's something that our customers really appreciate, and that's something that I really try to drive into my employees. For our installation and build philosophy, one thing we really strive for is more of OEM integration, OEM plus. We like things to look like they belong. I grew up in the 2000s, so doing fiberglass and volcano boxes and painted stuff and everything. It's neat, it's fun, it's a lot of work, but you have to live with it. So if you have something like a painted fiberglass console or subwoofer enclosure in your trunk, well, now you can't use your trunk because you're worried about scratching it and damaging it. So what we've very quickly shifted towards, what more of my customers are interested in, is really good sound without sacrificing space or functionality. So that's something that we really push. Even with doing our custom work, what we're looking for with design is taking aspects from the vehicle, matching materials with vinyls or carpet. If we're doing, just even for the shape of the enclosure, we're not putting a lot of extras typically. We like sleek and stylish. We still do custom, but we try to pull elements from the vehicle in order to make it match. With the installation side, it's the same thing. I know everybody talks about the cloth interior tapes and doing the Tech Flex and the wire loom and all that stuff. We don't do that on every job because it doesn't match and fit on every job. I'm not going to use multicolored Tech Flex on a 57 Chevy because nothing else on that car is covered like that. If it's a 80s model Chevy truck, we're going to use black electrical tape. If it's a new model Chevy, we're going to use the different types of Testa tape. So OEM integration is always a big deal. Making things very serviceable is a very big deal, and that's again something I preach into my technicians. I want stuff to have slack and to be able to be removed and serviced and replaced very easily. We do a lot of stuff with plug-and-play integration harnesses that we make and sell. So if you come to us, just as an example, if you come to us with a 2023 Dodge pickup, we have access to every part and harness that we make or have made for us from manufacturers that we have overseas. We can make and assemble an entire kit that's completely plug and play. That's really something that we drive home with our customers, and they love it. They love the fact that they have a brand new vehicle and that it's removable and serviceable, which is a big reason why we have so many people who come to us from out of state for us to work on their new vehicles. And I think that's an important thing that our customers will take away from our installations, because they love the aspect of having a zero modification type of install. As far as industry professionals and mentors, I have a very short list. There's a reason I'm sure why a lot of people who will be judging and looking at these videos may not know who I am. I'm not a big self-promoter. I kind of keep in the shadows, and I have a very small network of associates that I look up to. Jason Kranitz has been a big mentor of mine. Chris McNulty, of course. If you have Jason, you get Chris. They kind of go hand in hand. Jeff Smith is a big inspiration and big person that I can talk to about not just their products that they sell, but I'll call him about customer issues or employee issues, and he'll give me insight because he's been in the industry for a while, and he's lived it and experienced it, which is the same with Chris and with Jason. Brian Mitchell, again, I can call and talk to him about installation issues, and he's walked me through and helped me with a lot of stuff. Ken Ward, I've gone through many classes of his at Knowledge Fest. Gary Biggs is kind of local to me. I remember going to my first Knowledge Fest the first year it was in Dallas, and I was like a kid at a candy store, and it was like, oh, there's Gary Biggs, and oh, there's Steve Brown, and oh, there's, just name off the list of people that I've idolized or looked up to in magazines and the different forums and groups and stuff. So it's really cool to be able to take classes from these people in the industry that I've looked up to and to be able to learn from them. But it's also cool at the same time now at my point in my career where they're calling me and asking questions about products and stuff that we make. And I find that it's a big ego boost, but I also feel like it's, hey, I'm here and I'm being recognized. And it's, after being in this industry for this long, it's really nice to be able to have that sort of network. And I feel like that rolls back to why I feel like I should be in the top 50. All right, we'll start with a quick little tour of the construction facility. So this is where we do our upholstery, carpets, vinyls, but we also do our packaging and packing and shipping from inside this room. So this is our wood room. We have 2 router lifts and an assortment of templates and router bits. We have more templates on that wall and storage, dust collectors in the closet, and my table saw. I know there's newer models of table saws, but I'm a bit of a sentimentalist. We've milked it. It's on, I think it's 3rd or 4th motor and all sorts of stuff. So drill presses, bandsaw, all crazy assortment of hand tools in order to get things finished off the way we like. And then we come to the install bay. We're a small shop, so we have a single bay. Typical toolbox, Snap-on Solace. This cart has more of our specialty tools. So we have our audio control SA3025, assortment of testing tools. Get down to our oscilloscope, and then just more hand tools and assortments and selections of testers with our battery tester and charging system. We have the typical Snap-on tester and maintainer. We also have a built-in battery supply so we can keep it hooked up on the car when we're doing extensive tuning. With that, we have DMRTA from Audio Controls, and we use this one for, so we can quickly and easily get inside the vehicle and do tuning. Another laptop this one's primarily for us doing our testing with our harnesses and interfaces that we make and ship out, but we also use this for programming modules and doing that sort of stuff. We have our Muse laser oven for we do powder coating on a bunch of different pieces. Anything that's metal, we prefer to powder coat it. And then out here, we have our Cam Master 4x8 CNC. So this is where we do all of our production cutting and manufacturing for our enclosures. It doesn't matter if it's big or small pieces. This spoil board will tell you. This was decked last week, so this is all fresh manufacturing. It's been running ragged the past 2 days building up our inventory. So we have our projects for this week that are lined out. So this is our manufacturing for this week. We have a separate building for our packing materials, and then we have a small building. We do so much fiberglass work that we have a dedicated area for doing our fiberglass. This year was the first year I've been to Knowledge Fest in the past couple of years. Last year I was sick, the year before that was pandemic. This year coming back, we took the whole team. So it was me and my techs, and it was really nice. So we had a bunch of recognition of people, seeing our shirts, our names and everything. And hey, I bought such and such from you a long time ago. Hey, I've been checking out your boxes. And it just all of a sudden, it was like we had so much recognition. Again, I feel like that we're doing something right. So hopefully you'll like what we're showing you and you'll consider me for Installer of the Year.